Everybody, Mr. EB here. I am going to show you in this video how to download the PDFs that will be included in your transition services if that's something you're not sure how to do. Hopefully this will simplify the process for you. Some of those will be forms that I ask you to fill out, like the student information form that's in your Welcome to Transition newsletter. So if we scroll down here, you'll see here is that download. And so when you click on it, it will open up and download, and you see it shows up here in your bottom left. Sometimes you may already have your system set up to automatically open that. I'll show you how you can do that. I can tell it to simply open. If I do that, it's going to open it in a web browser. I can open with the system viewer, or I can tell it to always open with the system viewer. You may want to do that so that way it automatically opens your PDF default viewer. I'm just going to tell it to open with the system viewer, and you'll see that it pops up here with my Adobe. Once it opens, you can begin to use the information. You can save it to a folder and what have you if it's just information. For those surveys, either for the student info survey like we have here, or if it's a transition services survey, just click in the fields like you see I did, and you can begin to type in the information. My first name is actually Donald. And so we want you to put in your full name. And then if you have a preferred name, I go by my middle name, Greg. And so you could put that in there. Or maybe you have a name like I have for your first name, Donald, and you go by a shorter version and just Don. Whatever that might be, if you have a preferred name, include that. Include your, there's a place here where you can include your picture. I want to show you that before I get going down the page. When you click on that, it will let you browse for a file. And this is optional. You don't have to do that. And if I click into my pictures, I can see that picture loads up, and I can say, okay, yeah, include the picture of myself. And then the phone number, you can put your phone number in if you would like. And that way I have a means of getting a hold of you and do that directly. Notice I asked specifically, is it okay to contact you as the student directly? If it is, go ahead and click yes. If not, click no, and that way I know I need to just stick with using the parent contacts or your learning coach. But if it's okay, then choose the method. You can click any or all of these that you would accept a voice call or a text message, or if you just prefer one or the other, just let me know. If you have an alternate email beyond your school email and you want to use that, you can enter that information in there as you see. And if there's an other method that you would like, maybe you've got a sibling who also has a phone, or your parents have an alternate phone, or you have a landline, whatever it might be. If there's another phone number, whatever, you can put whatever information for other in there. And then you can continue down the page, and if you want to tell me a little bit about yourself, for instance, I could tell you I have 5 kids and a dog named Oscar. And you can continue down the page. And so it's the same for any other survey that I might send you. It will have those places where you can fill in your information. Once you're done, you can tell it that you want to save the file, but I encourage you to use file save as, and encourage you to use a place that you are familiar with. And I sometimes, for forms and surveys, will have a folder on my desktop, or just put them on my desktop so that I can return them and then delete them if I want to. If it's something that you want to save, I've created a folder within my Documents folder called Transition. Notice it's in the Documents called Transition, and so you might want to save that there, and you see that it comes up with the default name. If you want to add your last name, say, to the file so that I know that it came from you, you could do that. Click Save. And then, of course, we want you to email that to me. So I use Microsoft Outlook, and so you see it's opened up an email for me from Microsoft Outlook. If you use an online Google, Gmail, Yahoo Mail, whatever, just open that up, and you, of course, would insert my email address here. and that way you can send your document back to me. It helps to get the address right. And then for the subject, just put that it's the welcome survey. Or if it's your transition survey, you could put that. If you want to type me a message, of course, include your whatever message you want to include. But above all, you want to attach the document. And so whether you're using Outlook or a web browser, there's going to be an option to be able to attach a file. Within Outlook, it shows the recent things. So there you see the student info with my last name, Eby. But in whatever case, you can always tell it to browse your computer, and notice it's by default open the last folder that I had open, that transition folder within my documents. But if you need to search through to find that, that's why it's always good to have a place that you know that it's going to be. Click on that and tell it to insert, and then that file shows up right there. And once you are complete with your message, you can send it away to me and you are good to go. So hopefully that is a quick overview on how to be able to save that information, send it back to me. If you have further questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you with understanding how to download and save PDFs to your computer. Have a great day.